Welcome everybody, and welcome to my shop, my channel, and this is somewhat of my story, or where I want my story to go. So as you can tell, if you are a follower of the channel, and for the almost 500 people that are, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate your comments, your thumbs up, and all that stuff. Anyways, I've been putting out a lot of content in the shop lately, and it's because I'm trying to start a business. My work situation is interesting at times. I'm in a union, and unfortunately it's like you get called out to jobs sort of deal. So some jobs can be long term, some jobs can be a week, some jobs can be, a year and a half. The last one I was almost a year and a half. Actually, I was a year and a half. Yeah, and stuff went slow, whatever. So I wanted to make some cutting boards for, like, say, Christmas presents. And I started getting into it, and it's like, wow, this is quite a lot of work. So the pattern I'm kind of going for is like the cube pattern. So something like this, but this is, I changed it a little bit on this one. This is like a chevron cube. You can still see the cubes sort of deal. So I wanted to make like a 3D cutting board, and I got into it, and it's like, whoa, this is a little bit of work. And then I got the first result of it put together and somewhat sanded. They're still not 100% yet. I'm trying to get the process. This is the whole thing. This whole, let's say, 4 months. 4 months I've been trying to get a process down. For instance, I needed a machine because I needed to have 10 mil maple strips, or maple to make like sort of like a sandwich, like a wood sandwich. In order to do that, I needed a bandsaw, so hence there's the bandsaw. That's not the only reason why I have a bandsaw. I have a ton of dunnage, and if anybody knows what dunnage is, it's this, if you see flatbeds, it's whatever's on the flatbed, it sits on dunnage, so it doesn't sit on the bed of the truck, so lift truck can come in and pick it up and take it away. So I have a ton of that. That's what I built my entire staircase with dunnage, and completely happy with it. Like, it turned out amazing. That one's not 100% done. That's the other problem I have. I can start projects and not finish them, so that's one of my things to not do, is start more projects. So this is a potential business now. I have several other ideas, and I've seen other things that I could easily duplicate. Yeah, so this is the trials and tribulations of everything. So everything I come across, like now I have a drum sander. I just purchased that not even 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately, when I was trying to adjust the tracking on the drum itself, or the belt, the tracking on it, broke 2 bolts. Where'd they go? There. Oh. So there's like 4 of these bolts. Well, these are studs. 4 of these studs that hold, once you get it all adjusted, you just tie it down and it holds it where it's supposed to. Well, I snapped 2 of them. Now, the good thing is one on either side, and I've already contacted the manufacturer. So I'm hoping that either they give me another machine, or they give me the parts, or I don't know how it's going to go. So I can still use it, thank God, because that's the only way that's going to keep things moving. Like, this is on an 80 grit, and it's pretty good. I'm impressed with it so far, other than the bolts breaking, and the tracking is really finicky. Yeah, so the end result is, like, I've been doing YouTube for probably almost 5 years now, and at one point last year I was getting pretty frustrated with results besides 5 years and only 500 subs. So I started looking at what I was doing. I started reading some books. I've changed some of the things I've done. It's not so wide of content. At some point, the car, all the stuff with the cars are going to go on another channel. I do have another channel now that is strictly golf, but I haven't touched that channel in so long that I'm just going to change all the car stuff. And then this channel right here would be all the boards and everything, the jigs and all that stuff to help anyone. I appreciate everyone that's giving me positive feedback and the comments on how you made it look so easy, and oh thank you, and I didn't think I could do it, but I saw your video and it works, and stuff like that. That's probably the stuff that's keeping me going more than anything else. Now eventually I want this channel to be very successful. I do. And I also want the business to be very successful. I don't want to go back to work and work for people that do not appreciate my talent. And I have a lot of talent in these hands and in this head. I have a lot of imagination as far as how to do stuff, and it's frustrating sometimes. As far as the shop, like for instance, I want to buy another house. This house is free and clear. Everything in it is free and clear. I don't owe anything other than I have a line of credit, which a little bit on it, not much. I want to buy another house with a bigger shop because right now everything's on wheels, which is great. But at some point I'm gonna have to say build like a miter station and put my miter saw on it, so I don't have to keep moving it around, and I want to have enough space because I still do play with cars. I love playing with my Genesis, and if people need help with their vehicles, I don't mind if I'm not stupid busy. I'm splitting my time right now between shop, between cutting boards, and between the project house, which I am trying to get rid of. I'm trying to unload it, and it's getting there. It's getting there. I started the back half, and that will be a video coming soon. What is right there? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So in order for me to buy a house without the business, I need to go back to work, and I've been waiting since middle of January. Not to say boo-hoo to anybody, and it's like, oh no, I'm fine as far as finances wise, but I want this business to be good. I don't know what else to say on this. This shop has been a work in progress. Everything you've seen here I have done, between the doors. The next step right now is I'm considering putting a good amount of power into this shop, because right now I'm running off one 15 amp breaker, and it is frustrating because I can't get a proper dust collection system to run my bigger tools like this one. Like right now, this is hooked up to my shop vac, and it's annoying because the shop vac is loud. And mind you, I just put my earbuds in and off I go. But I would like to have a shop or dust collection system in here. I would like to switch my table saw, my band saw to 220. I don't want to have power where I'm running back to the house to trip breakers, and oh, it's so annoying. Yeah, so follow my story. It's just trials and tribulations, all the stuff that I've come across that I need to fix, and I'll show you how to fix it if I can. I just put a extension wing on the table saw, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the router in the table saw so I can get rid of a router table that's just sitting there doing nothing. So that way, if I need to router something, say router handles into the cutting boards or a juice groove or whatever, that it's in the table saw, and all I got to do is just move it, put the miter fence in there, and off I go. So I appreciate everyone that watches. Like I said, I just 5 years on YouTube, and I've seen people with smaller channels, like less videos. I have like 150 videos now. Mind you, I'd say like over half of them are probably not the greatest quality in the world. I have since learned how to film and edit a little bit better. Yeah, I just see other channels just thriving, and that's what I want. Between that and the woodworking stuff, really want that. So I appreciate everyone that stuck around and listened to me rant, whine, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just continue support. I appreciate it. And I'm just going to keep plugging away, and it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.